Hi, today I would like to talk about why wealthy people are running away from high tax jurisdictions. I think that the progressive tax system is unjust. Many jurisdictions impose high taxes on the most productive members of societies, while those who produce the least, they get zero tax or they even get subsidies. Imagine that you went to school, you got your diploma in, let's say, accounting, nursing, engineering, one of these things that you had to make lots of sacrifices. Maybe you work part-time during the weekend to be able to pay your school. Maybe you didn't go to parties. Maybe you did many things to get this certificate. Then you go to work, you work long hours, at least 8 hours, sometimes 10, sometimes 12, only to get taxed up to 50% of your income. While Joe Blow over there, he hardly finished high school, then he got a minimum wage job and he spends his weekend drinking beer and smoking pot, and he gets taxed zero, or even he gets subsidies and low income housing on all this and that. How fair is that? As you know, I live in Canada, and one time I met a woman whose sole purpose in life was to get pregnant and to have as many kids as possible, because she was getting child credit subsidies, and also she was living in a subsidized housing. So when I met her, she had 3 kids. She would give these kids to her mother to babysit while she lived a grandiose lifestyle of going to clubs, getting drunk with her friends, so on and so forth. And all that is happening while somebody else is going to school, is working hard, is paying their taxes so that this woman could live her grandiose lifestyle of not working, just having kids and having a great time. Also, those who contribute the most are demonized, while those who contribute the least are portrayed as victims. Just think for a second of how many people hate Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Bill Gates. These are people who have transformed our society, but people hate them because they produce goods and services that everyone wants. The reality is that money is fluid and it tends to move to where it's treated the best. Many wealthy individuals are getting frustrated with a system that taxes them the most, and they are getting very little in return. So they are moving to jurisdictions where they can get a better deal. It's not that wealthy individuals don't want to pay their fair share of taxes. The reality is that they are disappointed about how their tax money is being spent. For example, let's take a look at California, where the state tax is about 13.3%, and there is a sales tax in addition to that of 7.25%. That's a lot of money, and if they were getting good service in returns, that would be perfectly fine. But look what's happening in California. There is a super high crime, there is an epidemic of drug overuse, there is homelessness, there is a woke mentality in which any children can change sex practically without telling their parents, and there is high business regulation. So these people are being taxed to death, and they're getting hardly anything in return. So what are the options? Well, they are saying, okay, I'm going to pack my bags and maybe go to another state where I can get more for my money, or even another country. So yeah, they just want a fair deal. They don't want to be taxed to death and getting a poor service in return. So here are some examples. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, he moved from California to Texas. For one, the taxes are zero in Texas, and there is less of a woke mentality in Texas, so he felt more at home. Larry Ellison, which is the co-founder of Oracle, he moved from California to Hawaii, and in Hawaii the taxes are high, they are 12%, but he found that he could find a better deal for his money, because in Hawaii the crime rate is one of the lowest, there is less homelessness, there is less of all these annoying things, there is less business regulation. So Larry Ellison feels like he's getting a better deal there than in California. There is the podcaster Joe Rogan, who also moved from California to Texas because he found that the regulatory environment in California it was just too overwhelming. There is the motivation speaker Tony Robbins, who also moved from California. He moved to Florida, where the taxes are also zero, and also he found that the nightlife and the weather was better. And for us Canadians, there is Kevin O'Leary, who used to live in New York, and where he was paying 10.9% in taxes, state taxes. He also moved to Florida because, well, again, the taxes are lower, the weather is nicer. So, and that's not all. Those are the people that you may recognize their name, but the reality is that there are thousands of millionaires who are just looking for a better home for the tax money. You know, if you offer them good service, they are happy to pay it, but you have to offer them good service. And this is not just a United States phenomenon. Many people in Europe are doing practically the same thing. There are high tax countries such as France, United Kingdom, and Sweden, and people over there are just packing their bags and going to other lower tax jurisdictions such as Portugal, Monaco, and Switzerland. These countries, they are just as efficient, but they are taxed less, so why not? In reality, people just want to protect their money, and they are attracted by some of these countries with low tax jurisdictions because, I don't know, coincidentally, they all have all nice weather. Places like Florida or the Bahamas or Monaco, they are, you know, they have amazing lifestyle and they have growing economies. So why not? So there are countries that are capitalizing on these ideas, and they are offering what is called golden visa, which means that if you come there as an investor, they will offer you right away residency. And you know, there are many countries like that, but among them the most popular are Portugal and the United Arab Emirates. But there are hundreds of countries like that. If you invest in those countries, they will open the door and roll out the red carpet for you. So how can countries or jurisdictions slow down this wealth drain? Well, in reality, they just have to offer better services for people's money. In a place like California, they just have to be better at fighting crime. They have to somehow find a way to put all these criminals in jail or disincentivize them from committing all this crime. In a place where you feel unsafe getting into your car and going to the local store, well, people are going to leave. So if California sees this, okay, this state is a business and I want people to come in and feel at home, then they have to work on that. Until then, people are just going to continue packing their bags and living to a place where they feel more secure, to a place where they think that they can get better value for the tax dollars. Wealthy individuals have many choices of where to take their tax dollars. For example, they can go to Monaco, where the taxation is zero. They can go to Bahamas. They can go to Dubai. They can go to Panama. They can go to Bermudas. All these are amazing countries with amazing lifestyle, with amazing architecture, with amazing culture. So why not go there? So in brief, if a state wants to keep their clients, their citizens are their clients. If they want to keep them, they have to just do better, lower the taxes as much as they can, and increase their services that they are offering. Thank you so much for watching, and until soon. Peace.